It's just about some common logic and law, honestly. Like, you can't do anything that is restricted. You can't do anything that is prohibited by law. And actually, this is more about the common sense.
You're listening to 15M Mastery, a show that empowers you with insights from the leading iGaming experts to enhance your personal or business performance. The show is brought to you by tech-driven affiliate and media company Already Media, and supported by the AI-powered data analytics platform Blask and Yo Investments, a fund manager investing in outstanding people who are disrupting the iGaming, fintech, and crypto industries. Hey everyone, and welcome back to 15M Mastery. Today we're joined once again by Daria Kushnir, Chief Operating Officer at Megafair Games and the personal brand mentor. Daria has nearly 10 years of experience in helping leaders find an authentic way to building a personal brand. Today, we're going to explore the importance of creating a personal brand book and how to implement it. Welcome, Daria.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Dmitry. I'm very happy to be here again. And I'm very happy to present here my favorite topic, personal branding.
One of my favorite topics as well, so I cannot wait to start.
You're doing good in it. I'm following you. You're one of my role models, honestly.
Oh, wow. Now you make me shy. Thank you so much for these words. So let's start with the basics. So what is the personal brand book and why does every executive need one?
It's more really about the personality. So it's less about executive, but more about personality. And we as a personality, we are both professionals and personalities. Mostly people see us in business like professionals, but we are also personalities. And when building the brand book, we have to be focused on ourselves as a person. It means that we are digging deeply into personal part. It means that our competencies, our niche, our sub-niche, our unique skills and super skills, that is only about professional life. And we also have to dig deeper into our personality. What is our personal mission? What are our values? What are our interests? And what are our roles in life except being a professional? And it doesn't mean that we have to show up this brand book to anybody. It's personal work. But from this brand book, when we are framing it, when we are grounding it, we can take some pieces that can be very, very valuable in building communication platforms for a brand, for a company, and many other directions.
Yeah, I love it. But how do you actually craft that brand book so it stays authentic to like a person, a leader, while also resonating with the target audience? Because sometimes, I've seen this a lot from the outside where you see that, a CEO of a big company now changes his whole persona just to tailor the audience while it feels completely unauthentic.
Well, actually, each of us is authentic person. Like everybody are authentic. So, and the authenticity is actually in this personal part, because as a professional, we are more or less in frames. I would say so, even though it's possible. But authenticity is definitely lies behind our roles and facets of the personality. It means our values, our talents, and I call it hard facts. What I call by the hard facts, it's something that you actually had, your experience, your achievements, and each of us has our very unique way and very unique professional and personal life. So it means that we can't be unauthentic. And authenticity lies behind this mix of putting professional and spicing it up with a bit of personal, but the things that are making you authentic and putting it into your content. So other people could feel that they are part of what you're saying. They share your values. They feel kind of emotional about you. You're not just a nice photo. I'm not really about these brands when people are just posting them smiling and congrats. I'm going to another conference. Hey, I've got award or something and nothing else. We have a news. Yeah, it's better than nothing. What can I say? It's better than nothing, because at least we're seeing a human being, and that behind the company there's someone who is a human, but authenticity lies actually behind personal things.
I love it. Do you think there are any particular, let's say, self-discovery exercises which could reveal a leader's authentic tone, look and feel, like everything you just mentioned?
Sure. There is something that I have top of mind that I usually do with my clients when we're building a personal brand. It is called, if I'm translating it correctly, a golden shadow. It means that a person can pick up few people that they are fond of, that they really admire them and follow them, and write down what do they like in these people. And when you choose like 3 people like this, and when you write it down, after a while, you can understand and can be sure that these things that you've noticed in these people, this is really about you. This is psychology. When we are triggered by something, when we see something in someone, it's about us, not about that person. That's why I love this golden shadow exercise, because it's not biased. Because now I'm telling you, and maybe now you will be biased when you will be doing this, but if a person doesn't know it, and when a person starts just doing it, like writing like what I like in someone, and then I say that it's about you, and we start digging deeper and finding actually proofs that all these characteristics, all these facets of the personality is actually about this person. And it just means that he has or she has a role model where to go. So it's one of my favorite tool, I guess. And of course, Ikigai. I don't know, everybody know Ikigai. It's very complex, very difficult. I once did it for like on a personal training, I would say, but it took us maybe 3 or 4 sessions, and it's very, very deep work.
Yeah, I like it. I think this golden shadow exercise kind of a framework is definitely something I would love to explore even deeper afterwards. Thanks a lot for sharing it with us. So let's talk a little bit more about, the personality itself, because, iGaming is a very like brutal industry in a certain way. So how can like an iGaming operator leader can balance both personality and persona with, at the same time, very strict regulatory requirements when creating this brand book?
Well, actually, it's just about some common logic and law, honestly. Like, you can't do anything that is restricted. You can't do anything that is prohibited by law. And actually, this is more about the common sense. And actually, you were also mentioning that how to show and expose your personal brand and meet the target audience. I would like to get back to that a bit, because first, what we do when we are building our brand book, we are thinking about ourselves, not the audience. And we are focused, and there we are writing down, after we described ourselves, what kind of people would like to follow us. And when you draft it and see, okay, and then you see the niche, and then you set the market when you are working and try to compare what do we have here and what do we have here. Can it be matched at least at some point? Again, I like this facet thing. You are turning this audience with a facet that will fit the facet of the market, and this is how it works. So in terms of regulatory, it's the same. So you just have to know that you are not doing something like 18 plus, but most people are not doing it. Personal branding, you are not promoting something that is restricted, and you're just being under the law, and that's it.
Should this personal brand also be resonating with the company's brand, or they could be like completely one against another, or like, what do you think?
If it's about the founder, it should be the same, because building the communication platform and the brand itself of the company, I would like to build it mostly based on what a founder feels. And actually, this is what we were doing in MegaFair. I've had several interviews with Jan to dig deeper into his personality, to find out what is behind his values, etc. So I could build the communication platform that fits him if it's about the founder. If it's about top managers, in this case, I would just do the same. So we're having a brand book of the personality, and we're just picking up those parts that are true for the personality and fit communication platform of the brand.
I immediately was spinning the example of Elon Musk in my head, like his brand persona and all the companies he's building, they feel like the absolute opposite.
Yeah, but I think it happened only mostly now. I don't think it started like this. I think it's a problem of the big companies, and I still don't have an answer on that. How it is possible to keep the values and the vibe and the brand and authenticity in a big company when it's like 1,000 plus people, because it's so many people and you have to match so many values and build it. It's very difficult, and I still don't have an answer on that.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, so since we're talking about the implementation, the company overall, it's a question which I really wanted to ask you. So, like, when the brand book is already in place, how do you introduce that brand book to like marketing, product, HR departments, so all the future messages follow the same voice, even though you're talking about not the company but the company's leader?
I'm just adding it in a communications strategy, actually. It's just a part in the communication strategy that I'm showing. Here we have the spokespeople. One of them are founder, the second one is CEO. And if I made a brand book, kind of brand book for example, CEO, I'm showing the faces. So I'm not exposing everything to the whole team, because I don't know whether everybody needs to know something. But I'm exposing only these parts that I would like to be added as a message to the communications platform. For example, if our leader is innovative, creative, or keen on something, we are messaging it in our communication. We're tagging him and messaging that he's good in this, he's doing that. Have you seen his interview somewhere? Because he's a professional here. And also, for example, when we had a post about the birthday of our CEO, we were also highlighting his personality as well. And we kept this tone of voice that is very and the same vibe as Jan, for example. So this is kind of how can we implement personal brand into communication?
Yeah, I really like it, because it feels like it's impossible to stay consistent without the whole company's body working in the 360 format. So one last question I have here, because the Elon Musk example was also a part of my plan, because it feels like sometimes, the founder evolves while the company also moves, like in maybe sometimes different angles or one angle. But let's say you started as the startup and then the company matured, you need like a refresh, an update. So are there any signs which could tell you that, the brand book needs an update, and how do you refresh it without confusing the team, the founder, the company?
Well, it's it differs actually from the situation, but it's a very good point, because we all are evolving. We all are upgrading ourselves, sometimes maybe even changing directions. But our personality, our core, I think still remains. It's very difficult to change the core itself. So I would say everything that is about personality, like mission, vision, and the values, it's like something that is not movable quite often. Everything else, some extra hard facts, some new competencies, some new interests, both in professional and personal life. So these all can change the brand book. I just think that we have to review it maybe once a year, not more often. Sometimes it happens that when we do it for the first time, this exercise, building the brand book, after a while living with it, we understand that even in half a year, a person starts being more reflective about what he or she does, and being reflective to this for a person itself can come and say, okay, I think we have to change it a bit. I want to expose something that I know from this angle and I want to change it. It's like communication strategy. It's very agile. So you just start living it and it's kind of alive in certain sense.
Yeah, living it up. I totally agree with you. Thanks a lot, Daria. This is a super valuable episode, and lots of iGaming leaders are now building their personal brands. So I'm 100% sure that this episode will provide them with some amazing and very actionable tips. Thank you so much for it.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Likewise.